I'm Tim DeTellis. Thanks for joining me today as we adopt the mindset of a good neighbor to make where we live better. I authored the book, Good Neighbors Make Great Neighborhoods, because it's a story of a journey I've been on with my wife in the new neighborhood where we live. We were living outside of Orlando in her childhood home where she knew the neighbors and I was okay being accepted as just her husband. I traveled a lot, and when I came back home, I was tired, and I found myself escaping to the pool in our backyard for privacy and solitude. I knew I had neighbors living to my left and to my right, and while I knew their first names, other than that, I could care less. Honestly, I confess, I ignored my neighbors. Inviting them over was the last thing on my mind. My lifestyle had become one more of isolation. Little did I know, things were about to change. My wife and her widowed mother-in-law went out of town for a mother-daughter getaway, and I called to check in to see how things were going, and she was crying. I feel like we need to live closer to my mom. Hoping to comfort my wife, I said, maybe we can find a place to rent and try it out for a year. And then a family member told us about a home for sale only minutes from my mother-in-law. I was still reluctant to move, yet we scheduled a tour, and then after the walkthrough, we knew we needed to live there. So here we go. We're moving to Eustis, Florida. And then shortly after the move, it hit me. I was not the good neighbor in the neighborhood I just left. So maybe this move to Eustis could give me a fresh start. So I made an intentional decision. As I would go for walks and bike rides around our new neighborhood and saw a neighbor, I would stop to say hello. I began to adopt the mindset of a good neighbor that I want to share with you today, to come alongside you to be the good neighbor. It's made up of these 5 pillars of connection, invitation, celebration, awareness, and availability. Thanks for joining me today.